Imagine this. You've given your entire life, your love, your sacrifice, your sleepless nights, to raise children who are now adults. And then, one day, they look you in the eye and say something that cuts deeper than any knife. Seniors over 60, if your children ever say these phrases, it's not just words, it's a warning. And sometimes, the only way to protect your peace is to walk away. But before we dive in, take a second, hit that subscribe button, because every senior deserves to hear the truth, and you deserve a community that honors you. Let's be honest. Being a parent doesn't end when your child turns 18. Your heart still beats for them, your mind still worries, and your love never stops flowing. But here's the reality. Respect goes both ways. And as much as you gave, if your children start saying certain phrases, they're telling you, maybe without realizing it, that they don't see your value anymore. And seniors, your value is priceless. So, let's talk about these phrases. As you listen, I want you to ask yourself, have I ever heard this? How did it make me feel? And what did I do? Because sometimes, hearing these words is the moment you need to stand taller, set boundaries, and yes, even walk away. Imagine your child looking at you and saying, "You're just old, you wouldn't understand." It sounds small, but those words carry poison. Because what they're really saying is, your wisdom doesn't matter, your years of experience don't matter, your voice doesn't matter. But let me remind you, you have lived decades of life. You've seen storms they could never survive. You've carried burdens they've never lifted. To dismiss your wisdom is to dismiss their own roots. And seniors, when you hear this, I want you to feel proud, not ashamed. Because your wisdom is proof you've endured, and not everyone gets the privilege of that. What if they say, "You're a burden"? Think about that. A burden. The very person who gave them life, who worked 2 jobs, who went without food so they could eat. You were never a burden. You were a blessing. If you've heard these words, I know it hurts. But here's the truth. Love that calls you a burden is not love, it's manipulation. And in that moment, you must remember, walking away doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you love yourself enough to demand respect. And it gets harder. Because some phrases sound innocent at first, but they carry dangerous meaning. So keep watching, because the next one may surprise you. Why can't you just give me the money? This one is painful because it reduces your entire life, your entire being, to a wallet. Seniors, you are not an ATM. Your worth is not measured in dollars. And if your children see you as a financial resource instead of a parent, it's a sign of lost respect. Here's the truth. You've already given more than enough. And if the only time they call is when they need something, it's time to pause and ask, do they love me, or do they love what I can give them? Have you ever been in that position, where the calls only come when they want money? If that hit you in the heart, drop a comment below. You're not alone. Now listen carefully. If your child says, "You should be grateful we even visit," this is more than disrespect, it's arrogance. Because love doesn't visit out of obligation. Love shows up because it wants to. If they see their presence as a favor, remember, you are the parent. You are the foundation. Without you, there would be no them. And if they forget that, walking away is not weakness, it's strength. Let me tell you a quick story. A woman, 72 years old, shared how her son told her, "I don't owe you anything." And those words broke her spirit. But do you know what happened next? She found the courage to walk away. Months later, her son came back, changed, humbled, and apologetic. Sometimes, seniors, walking away is the only way to teach respect. And then, there's the most dangerous phrase of all, "I wish you weren't here." If you've ever heard this, you know how heavy it feels. It's not just disrespect, it's cruelty. No parent deserves to hear it. And if this phrase ever leaves their lips, seniors, you must protect your peace. You must love yourself enough to step back, because no one deserves to be devalued that way. Seniors, I want you to hear me clearly. Walking away doesn't mean giving up on love. It means choosing yourself. It means honoring your worth. It means protecting the decades of wisdom, love, and life you've built. So if your children say these phrases, remember this. You are not weak, you are not a burden, and you are not invisible. You are strong. You are valuable. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. Now, let me ask you, which of these phrases have you heard before? Drop it in the comments. You might be surprised how many people share your story. And if this message touched you even a little, make sure to subscribe. Because this channel is here to remind you that you matter, your voice matters, and your story is not over. Remember, you are more than the words spoken against you. You are a survivor, a parent, a warrior. Hold your head high. Seniors, never forget, your worth doesn't depend on who stays or who leaves. Your worth is built into who you are, and that is something no one can take away.